It's a looks like there's some kind of smoke in the air. I don't smell nothing, but it's weird. It's not hot yet, but the sun's out. Sun's strong, not much clouds today. I'm gonna go be working on that lumber up at the corral today. And the wind's from the north, so it's got a little cool breeze. Good day for doing something. I'm gonna drive out to the big pasture and take some measurements before I start cutting up the lumber. I decided to cut the lumber up here once I take my measurements out there, because I don't want to use the hand saw. I'd rather cut it with the electric saw. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna get everything measured, and I'll cut it up here. Then I'll take it out there and nail it. Yeah. Okay. Guess I'll get started on that. Truck's ready loaded. Just have to drive out there and start working. But first, let's check the cats. Yeah, I refit them. There it goes. Never fails. Soon Mama starts eating, one of them always wants to nurse at their age. Yeah. Why the mama cat lets them, I don't know. Sometimes she'll see, like there, she'll leave. But then another one starts up, see? I may have to feed her separate. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll start doing. I'll feed the kittens first, let them start eating. Whether I can get the mama cat to, I'll feed her at the porch, but I don't think she'll come once I put the feed out here. Oh well. I guess she'll just have to handle them on her own. I can't do nothing about that. Anyway, let's get this day started. I decided before I go out to the big pasture, make measurements out there, I gotta check out the spray that I bought yesterday. And try it out on him. Let's check his flies. Yeah, he's got a couple horse flies up there. I'll get them back in the barn today. Yeah. Let's test them out. Let's test the new spray. The new spray I'm just going to put there. But first I'm going to spray them with some other stuff. The natural stuff that I bought first, and then the top coat will be the new stuff that says it's only for horses. So look at his horn flies are back. Yeah. I think it can tolerate the horn flies. At least I don't have to chase him in. He just comes in all by himself, even without the corn. Yeah, this is the old one, natural, new natural. About the same ingredients. I don't know about the strength. I'll check that out later. But I added some straight. There's only a little bit left in that bottle. Because that's what I've been using. There's only a little bit of old stuff in there, so I added some straight permethrin, a little bit. I'm going to spray that on first, and then I'm going to spray this new one on, just in there, just in that area, and then I'm going to top it off with this one, the one that's supposed to be just for horses and dogs. So it'll be the top layer. There won't be so much touching the skin then. I better get going before he eats all of his corn. Okay, let's do what I can there before he eats his corn. Anyway, those are the three I'm using today. That's my original with some added permethrin. Because it originally didn't have permethrin in it, but I added some since there's only a little bit left in the bottle. And that's the new stuff, which is pretty much the same ingredients as that one, except the permethrin. And this one here is something new, but it says it will last 14 days and it repel them too, the horse flies. So, but it says it's only for horses and dogs. So I'm going to put this one on first, then that one, and then that one. But I'm only going to put it in this area. I'm not spraying the whole body. I just want to see it. This is a test. We'll see how it works. First one. Oh, slow down, boy. He knows what I'm doing here. Look at all the slides. Come on. You always do that. Now this has a little bit of straight permethrin mixed in with it, along with the other stuff up to it. I'm not going to the other side today. I just let it drop off to the side. Yeah, I'll give that a good dose there. Go down the side here. And sometimes I see them down there. I only got a little bit left in here, so. But most of this is permethrin, I'd say. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get the new stuff. Oh, I didn't set the nozzle. Don't know if I like this. Look how it squirts out. It goes this way. That's horizontal. And then this way. Vertical. I don't really like it. And there's no stream, but I can get some on them. I don't like the nozzle on this one. Huh, that's weird. What's the third one? It's back to horizontal. Thought there was a fourth one. Let's try the other one. This is out of corn. I better give him some more corn first. I got another setting here that is more of a widespread, which is okay, better than the other two. One was horizontal and only squirted from the side, the edges. This is about the same, but it fills in the middle too. Okay, that's enough of that. Let's get the newest one. This is the streams, which is better. I like this. I'm just going to do this area here. I already got it covered with the other stuff first. Just a little bit. I just want to make sure I got a good coverage. This is supposed to prevent it for 14 days, so we'll see how that works. Okay. That's all I'm going to do today. I didn't spray the rest of his body or anything on the horn, just in that area there. The 3 different sprays. I spread him again, and it looks like he spilled it out of his tub. So I'm going to let him out. Or at least open the gate. The other cows will come in. That's okay. I didn't spray him today. I never spray these. But I got to let him out. I'll just have to keep an eye on him for now. For a few days, see if that last spray keeps the horseflies away. At least those fly sprays have a pleasant odor. It doesn't stink too bad. Okay. Oh, they're natural. The natural ones are natural scents. But the last one, I don't know what's in it, but I know it says permethrins, so I'm pretty sure that's something. But it's got another ingredient. I don't know what it's called, but it's different. So we'll see how that works. I know permethrins kill flies, and I think that's from what was it from? Chrysanthemums? Some flower, no, not chrysanthemums. Maybe it was. I forget what it's from. I read about it once. Anyway, I'm going to go head out to the big pasture now. Take some measurements and come back and cut everything up. It's not too hot today. Oh, look at that. The sycamores. The leaves are changing color already. Yeah. It's only August. Yeah. I guess they have their time to change. Yeah. Leaves are fading. They used to be green. Now they're yellowish brown. Yeah. I don't know, because it's the heat. It's pretty cool today, right now anyway, in the shade. Yeah, I got some pears. Cattle didn't reach them yet. I was gonna lock them out of here, but I guess I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah. Everything's growing that's supposed to be growing in the garden. Lemongrass mostly, and then some asparagus. That's all I got growing in there. Anyway, got to get something done out there in the big pasture today. Measurement first, and then come up back here and cut everything up. And then I'll pick up everything back and nail it together, and then nail the tin on top. Getting a late start again today. Oh well. Temperature's comfortable right now. I don't know what the temperature is, but it don't feel too hot. It's warmer in the sun, of course. Comfortable in the shade. I'm gonna head out. I want to do some measurements here first on the lumber before I take it apart. Then I'm gonna head out to the big pasture, take some of my measurements out there. See if I can get something done today. Well, it's already 11 a.m. First getting started. But I don't have to finish it today. Once I get started on it. The cattle are all up by the barn now. Bouncing around. Yeah, I'll be watching that bull for a few days. I got a little bit of corn left in the truck here. I'm gonna try to get that bull in the corral again, like I did before. I'll spray him with the old stuff, the natural stuff, and then I'll spray the new stuff. That's supposed to repel them for 14 days. On top of that, just behind the shoulders, though, just on the shoulders, and hopefully it won't hurt him. Hopefully, because the bottle does say only for horses and dogs. But we'll see. Let's see. I guess you could say it's a gamble. I don't plan on being up there that long. I'm just going to take some measurements, and I'm thinking about digging through the roofing pile again, sheets of metal. Maybe I could find a better sheet, because that one sheet's got some holes in it. Well, they all have some holes in it, but I want to see if I can find a better one, buried a little deeper. I don't even know how many there are out there, but I'm going to check them first before I measure anything. Like I said, I'm not going to be up there that long. Do some measurements. Pick for the tin roofing, metal roofing. I'll just call it metal roofing. And I'll leave that gate open. Cattle aren't down here, and if they do come down later, they'll just be coming down for the creek. Anyway. When I go back to the house, I'll close it. I'll leave this gate open. But I'll be coming back later. But I'll close the gate by the bridge. I don't know how long I'll be up at the house cutting stuff. Before I head to the corral, I'm going to check the cattle like I did yesterday. I think it was yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. I didn't come up here yesterday. I went to town yesterday to buy this stuff. Buy the lumber and nails. Yeah, they're in the same place they were before. Yes, the other day I came out here. Let's sneak up on the other side today. Yeah, they like this corner over here. Probably because it's more shade. Are they all here? Anybody down the hill? Oh, I think they're all here. Let's see. Well, I don't know. There's one. There's one over here. I put it neutral. Trying to get it. There's one over here. There's something white down there. I'll swing around and check it later. That might be the bull, because I don't see the bull up here. That white might just be a sun shining on the ground. But anyway, everybody's here except the bull, and the one that's laying off to the right, goes down the hill. I don't see the bull. We got the mama cow, her firstborn. Oh, wait a minute. Two of them are missing. The red cow's gone too. So we got mama cow, her firstborn, which is laying right behind her. Then the red cow, which is third, is not here. The bull's not here. Her fourth calf is here. Her fourthborn, the brown cow on the right. The white cow, which is the firstborn of the two-tone cow behind her. And mama cow's sixth calf, which is a heifer, way to the left. And the rest are just calves. Anyway, I'm going to go see if I can find the bull and the red cow. Because they're not here. Yep, I forgot it. Sometimes they're down here by the pond. Yeah, no, that's a hill of dirt. I thought it was a bull. Boy, it's bumpy over here. Oh, that discing I did. No, I'm not driving through there. I could, but I'm not. I don't see him. Oh, wait. Wait. Is there something in the barn? In the shed? Yeah, there he is. I just happened to see him. Good old boy. I think found the red cow though. That little boy. I'm gonna be spraying you later. Yeah. But not right now. I'm gonna get you another look. Get another view of you. I don't see that red cow though. I'm gonna look for her. There's a bull on the right inside the shelter. And I found the red cow too on this other side. So everybody's accounted for. Let me go look at the other cow again. I've got to make sure the cattle are accounted for. And where they're supposed to be. Okay. Let's swing up on the other side of the road. A few weeds out here. I could be doing something. Well, I never did spray this fence here. Yeah, I think it's better if I just cut it with a weed whacker. Spraying didn't seem to work. That's good. Hi guys, girls. Are they all here? Yeah, you're all here. Except those two over by the barn, their shelter. Bull's in the shelter, and red cow's on the other side. He's out of sight right now. Yeah. Calf's looking good. Yeah, there's a little white calf next to her mama. And if I'm not mistaken, that heifer laying down right in front of that, right behind that, not behind, but beyond that little white calf, that's her older sister, and that's the one I'm going to sell. This reddish heifer laying down on right behind the white cow. To the left is was it the fourth calf? Yeah, fourth calf of the red cow last year, and this year the red cow lost her calf in February. So, but I think she's pregnant again. I think she's due in around December. That's my guess. December, maybe January. At the same time that mama cow might have her calf, because she was first this year. Yeah. Everybody looks good. Well, I better get some work then at the corral. Let's head back to the corral. Yeah, I can see the bull in the barn. Still in the barn. Shelter from here. And another dead tree. I noticed that the other day. I wonder what's killing these trees. I think it's lightning. That's what I'm thinking. I could be wrong, but I think it's lightning. Anyway, I got something to do up here. Take some measurements and sort through the I don't see not too many horseflies on his back, so but I think that's because he's in the shelter here. He's got some, but not too many, not right in behind his shoulders. The red cow's over here. Oh, she's still laying down. Let me swing around and check her out too. Since I'm here. Oh, hard to turn. Hey, a little dusty. How you doing, girl? I won't bother you too much. Yeah, you're okay. In the shade. That's dusty here. Since I dissed this, it's really dried up. Could have used some more rain. At least it's keeping my disc job, keeps the weeds down somewhat. Yeah, I still got some weeds here. I should have sprayed. I sprayed the other ones. You can see them over here on the other side there. I sprayed that, but I was running out of spray by the time I got back to this other side, and I wanted to spray the fence here, so I used it on the fence, and then I was out. I didn't feel like spraying, mixing it anymore, so maybe I'll get to that some other time. There's no hurry. Weeds ain't gonna go anywhere. Okay, now, where was I? Let's see. First thing I do is dig through the... Let's not be in a partial shade here, so that's good. Then I do my measuring rate. Yeah. Let me measure it. Let me go search for some more tin that don't have as many holes in it. The holes are mostly from the rust. Yeah, the other roofing is over that way, behind the fence. That's where I got the first three. Anyway, I'm going to go dig through those later. It's about how it's going to look once I'm done. What I'm going to do, I'm going to have 2x4's on the edge underneath with the frame. I'm going to have, before I thought I was just going to put one here, one on the outside, here on there, and then one along where the tin connected. I said, well, I can't do that. I can't do that because the middle of the tin between the boards won't be supported. So what I got to do, I got to put a frame all the way around where I want it, and then put whatever that width is. I'll fit those in. They'll have to be at least 6 foot. No more than 6 foot, because that's, I cut the 2x12s in half. That'll give me 6 foot. So we'll see. I may have to make them a little bit shorter, because I want the end ones on that side, on that end nailed to this way, nailed this way. And on this end, nailed that way. On the 4 corners, I want the nails going that way and that way. And then the other ones will go in between. Around 6 of them. Before I was going to have 4, but now I'm going to have 6. I'm going to use all the 2x4. I was going to use another 2x4 for something else, but actually I was going to use it up there, because I'm going to put a new post in there, a taller one. I got some old redwood posts, square like that, from salvage from somewhere in the woods, the farm, and then I want to board across there, but I can always get another one. I have to measure that anyway. It might be longer than I think. Yeah. And like I said, I'll do that later after I cut the tree down. So I got to cut this dead tree down, and to do that, I got to take this fence down anyway. Yeah. Those gates I think can stay there, and that gate can be swung that way, and then I can drop that tree over this way. Yeah. We'll see. That'll be later. I'm working on this now. These two sheets look pretty good as far as rust goes. They're more rusty on the other side. When I pulled them out of the pile, this side was down. These sides were down, and that one was on top, and I could see it's got some rust holes here, and it's got some rust holes there. So I'm gonna see if I can dig through that pile and find another one for there. And then I gotta get these spaced. This has to come out for it. I want to at least have the board somewhere on the dirt, just beyond the concrete that's on the edge. If I can get it to be 6 foot. And then I'll have to adjust these tins to make sure they have enough overlap. And then I'll have the inner boards going this way. I'll have them spaced out evenly. But first, let's go look for another tin like that. Yeah, these two sheets look okay. There's a little notch on this one. I think they want to cut it out for something. Probably the electrical something. But this one here's got holes on the end. So I'm going to find another sheet that's as good as these. Yeah. Over there. Yeah, there's the 12-footers there. I'm not sure what those are. 14s or, yeah, probably around 14. Or maybe even 16, I don't know. But I'm going to dig through this pile. That's what I need. Oh, I hurt my gloves. Cattle are down there in the corner, by the trees anyway, top of the hill. And red cow and the bull are near the shed, or shelter. Let's go get some gloves first. I had a long walk back to that area over there. Yeah, these are longer here. Those are 12 foot. And they're sticking out here at least a foot or two. And they're sticking out over there a little bit too. I'm thinking these are at least 14. But now the ones I want are 12 foot. I'll see how many there are in there. I'll see which one's the best one. And leave the rest. At least I got the corral in working condition now. Once I finish that, it'll be all ready to go. And cut that tree down over there. Where's the tree? Where's the tree? That one that, right there. That's the dead one. I got to cut it out. I think it was this spring I cut this other one out. I took all this stuff down and rebuilt it back up. Yeah. Just to cut that tree down because it was dead too and leaning. Now I got another one back there. Anyway, it's cool in the shade and I got a breeze blowing here, so that feels good. But it's still hot in the sun. Yeah, the sun's hot. And there aren't too many clouds yet today. Hopefully they increase during the day. Oh, it's hot. About noon right now, so probably well, I picked up about 2 sheets there, and there's 3 more down there. But this one looks good, so I'm going to take that one, and then I'll flip the other ones back. It looks better than the one I had out there. Then I'll bring the other one back here. They're kind of rusty on the end, but there's not much I can do about that. I'll live with it. But as far as the rest of it, and I'll keep this part on top. The rest, they're all rusty from this way. Yeah, but that'll be on the bottom. I won't see that. Yeah, this rust is here because of the dirt. Yeah. I'm going to use That's what I'm going to put back. Yeah. We can lay here for another 30 years. Yeah. Okay. Let's drag it over to where I'm going to be working. I got to bring the other one back. And I'm not going to use. I'll put it back on this pile. There's a new piece. I wouldn't call it new, but it's a better piece. I'm going to take that one out and put it in its place. At least there's a cool breeze up here. Today it's coming in from the east, coming in from that direction. Or maybe that direction. I think it's from over there. Right now it's from over there. Feels good. Anyway. At least I'm in the shade. This is what I'm protecting from this with this cover here. I ain't so concerned about the water that goes in because I got drains now. They're not very good drains. It just drains down into a hole with rock filled in with it. But it will help the excess water drain out. Because when it rains, those things fill up. Yeah. But the main thing is, it also helped, the tin helped all the metal anyway. It helped keep the rain out. But mostly, I got this to keep the leaves and the acorns and debris falling in there during the winter time. Because otherwise I got to keep cleaning it out. That's the only thing this is for. Mostly debris filling it up, and of course water. But water can drain out, but the junk can't. Anyway, I finished this one. Wasn't yesterday? The day before yesterday I finished this one. I had that done back in April, end of April. I just finished this one a couple days ago. Anyway, let me put this replacement sheet in there and set it up for measuring. That's where it's going to be. I got it overlapped 2 humps. I got more sticking out on this side because it's rusty. I think what I'm going to do here is put the board farther in and then bend them over. Bend the rusted part over. I could cut them off. I don't know if I even got a metal shears. I was going to take the tin up there and build it up by the house, but that's too heavy to haul around once I get it done. I'll build a frame here that goes underneath. And then I'll just bend them rotten ones off. Bend them over. Yeah. I got enough sticking out over there to put and those ends are clean, so I can just put the board right to the edge of those. Now I just got to make sure I got 6 foot from there to there, because I got to cut a 12-footer in half for both ends, and then I got to cut the rest of them. I can cut them in half, make 6 foot, but if I put this 6 foot and 6 foot on the ends of these, because these are going to be nailed that way and that way. And those will come in from the side ends. So the middle is going to be about 3 inches short, so I might have to cut each. How's that going to work? What is that hopping across there? What kind of bug is that? Anyway, if they're 6 foot from there to there, and there's 1.5 inches there, 1.5 inches there, I got to cut 3 inches less than 6 foot. We'll see. That should fit. Yeah, this end here is cleaner. I can put the board right to the edge, or almost to the edge. I'd say to the edge would be better. The water's going to drip down on this end, but it's okay. Yeah, a lot cleaner end. Hopefully that's already 6 foot from here to there, here to there. If it's longer than 6 foot, I got to shorten it. If it's shorter than 6 foot, that's okay. I can cut the boards to the right length. Let's measure. Isn't that something? Didn't have to adjust nothing. They're exactly 6 foot from that end to this end. So that'll work out perfect. That'll work out perfect. Yeah, just a little shy of 6 foot, but by the time I get these adjusted, it'll be close enough. So I'll just use 6 foot. I better check the other end. Oh, that was 6 foot. This one's just a hair over 6 foot, maybe a 3/4 of an inch, but I can adjust this side. I might have to spread that one out a little bit, or that's already 6 foot, so I'll just have to adjust it to make them 6 foot on both ends. 6 foot or just a little bit under 6 foot. But it'll work. I almost forgot about this. I was just going to make them 12, but if I'm going to nail them to the end and nail it to this end, that's 1.5 inches, 1.5 inches to take off the 12 footers that go this way. That's 3 inches I got to take off this one and that one. Plus a few inches I need to take off because I want that running at least, let's see, one, two, three, maybe 4 inches. I want to take it off at least 3 inches or 3.5 because I'm going to bend it down. I'm going to bend it down against the wood. Yeah. So 1, 2, 3 and a half. Yeah, that'll be good. Even 3 inches is good. Yeah, I'll do that. So I need to take 3 inches off for the 2x4s that go on the end. 1.5 inches there, 1.5 inches here. Plus, that's 3 inches, plus another 3 inches. That's it. I got to take 6 inches off the 2x4s that go this way. And I need to be each board that goes in here need to be 3 inches less than 6 foot. Yeah. Okay, I guess I got my measurements. I gotta go back to the house and start cutting. Well, I'm ready to head back to the house. Oh, I gotta put that sheet back over there first. But anyway, I'll go back to the house, cut all the boards up to where what my measurements tell me. Then when I come back, I'll put all the boards, assemble them in here to where they're supposed to go, and I'll nail it up on top of the metal roof there. And then I'll make sure it fits on top. And then once it's nailed together, take all them off, and then put the frame down on the ground. Looks like there's going to be some holes underneath, but I guess that's okay. That'll be okay. And then I'll nail the sheets on one at a time. Okay, gotta go back to the house now. At least I'll try to work in the shade there too. Slide that back in there where it belongs. So the next time I need something from there. I'm ready to head back. Cut these up. And I've been thinking, of course I'm always thinking, not always right, but I'm thinking that it'd be easier just to, I got my measurements, instead of building it on top of here, if my measurements are correct, I can just build it at the house. Build it at the house. On a concrete slab that's somewhat level. And it'd be easier to nail there than it is here. Then I can just bring the whole frame out here. I think that'd be easier for me. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head home now. Besides, it looks like I'm running out of shade. So if I do come back with the lumber and try to build it on here, I'll be in the sun. So I'll come back later this afternoon when that shade from those trees is over here, and that's around 4 o'clock. Let's see, and then let's see if I can nail them 10 on. But first I got to build the frame. Cut the boards and build the frame. Oh, I see some cattle. They're starting to work their way this way. Right above those bales there. Okay, let's head back to the house, do some cutting and nail it. It's just after, about 20 after 12. So that tells me when the shade is gone up here, right around noon. And the shade starts leaving here. And I think it's around 4 o'clock. Yeah, because one time I came out here at 3:30 and the shade was just starting. So yeah. 3 or 4. Yeah. I think it still gives me plenty of time to build what I need to build up at the house. I'll take a look at the cattle. Back. There's a few of them. They're working their way back down. They're going to work their way back down to the creek eventually. See who's over here. I still see some calves way over there where they were. Probably the younger ones. I see some cows. There's a young heifer on the left. There's cows here. Oh, that's a heifer. Never mind. Oh. That was a mama cow back there on the left. She looked like her. I don't see the bull anywhere. I'm looking around, I don't see him anywhere. Now that's a mama cow there on the left. Let me just go take a look down the road, down the lane here. Yeah. Red cows. Oh no, red cow's still there. And the bull's still there. Huh. Let's see if we can get a picture of both of them. Yeah, they're both inside and outside. And I don't see no horse flies on them. So that's good. I think the calves are still on the other end, but I'm going to head back to the house. I don't forget my measurements. I didn't write that down. It's all in my head. Okay, on the ends
on the ends of the tin, I keep calling it tin. That's what I'm used to saying. I just call it tin. On the end of the tin sheets, metal sheets, those are going to be 6 foot. That's for sure. Okay, 6 foot's on the end. But the boards between the ends, on the edge, on the outside edge, I'm gonna leave this gate open. I'm coming back, maybe. Don't hurt nothing, as long as it's not wet. Yeah. I think it. Yeah, those I have to cut 3 on the end and another to account for the 2 ends on 2 boards on the end. That's 3 inches and a half, 3, and another 3 inches to account for the rusted end on one end. That'll be, I cut 6 inches off those 2 boards, those 2 12-footers, and all the others I got to cut down to 3 inches less than 6 foot. Yeah. That should have worked out. 57 inch. Oh, I gotta close this gate. Almost drove through without closing it. Okay, gate's closed. I'll be back this afternoon after I build the frame, the wooden frame. According to my truck, it's 12:30 and 81 degrees. Okay. I haven't checked the hayfield in a week or so. But I'm sure it's not, it ain't changed much. Buckhorn went to seed. Never got sprayed by FS, so it saved me some money, but it just means that the buckhorn is going to grow even thicker next year. Oh well. If I get some more rain, I might have a second cutting. Last time I checked it, it wasn't really worth cutting it. It's only fescue. Fescue don't grow during hot weather. I mean, it'll grow, but it won't grow much. It grows in the bottom down here because it's wet. It's wetter down here in the bottom. In the hayfield, it seems like it don't grow as much. Too dry, I guess. Oh, wait a minute. I can't back up all the way. What is that noise? Oh, that should be good enough. As long as I can work on my tailgate in the shade. Yeah, we'll be good for a while. Horseflies on my mirror. My rear side mirror. Alright. I'm going to go to the house and get something to eat and drink first. And rest a little bit. I'll be back to work on this lumber after I cool off in the house for a little while. I ended up taking about a 2.5 hour break. It's 3 p.m. already. But I'm going to start working on this wood now. Anyway, it's a little warm underneath here, but better than being out in the sun. I think I'll back the truck up a little bit more, so I'm working in the shade more. I think I got everything I need. I got my boards. I'll just leave them. I got them up, propped up there, so they stay out of my way. I'm going to be cutting up one at a time. then it's better keep them up there. And then I got my tools, gloves, got tape measure, a little square, to mark the boards, saw where they mark, and a hammer and nails to put them together. So let's see what I can do. I decided to swing the boards over that way because I'm going to be cutting on this side. That works better for me. First thing I do is cut that string there. Cut the string there. I'm going to see which one's bent the worst. I'll cut that in half for the 6-footers. Well, looks like that one's worse. That's the worst bent one. I'll cut that in half for the end boards. All the rest of them are going to be cut up into halves anyway. The first board I'm ready to cut in half is 12 foot. So I'll make this first one exactly 6 foot. Right down the center. Okay, I got the end boards cut. I picked the 2 boards for the side. I got the 2 boards for the end there, 6 foot. Now I need to have these. Those are a little bit bent. I'll cut them in half for the inside. That one's bent. I'll cut that on the inside. But I can do these 2. They're pretty straight, so I use them for the side. Now these 2 long boards for the sides, I'm just going to cut 6 inches off. Right there. So I got the 2 long pieces on the bottom and the 2 6-footers on top, where they're split right there. And I got them tied there, 2 in the middle, there, and 1 there, and 1 there to keep them straight so they don't warp. Because the one that I cut in 6 foot, it was already curved. So I'm gonna hopefully this will straighten them out as they dry. Yeah. Now I gotta cut the other 4 up. Is it 4? 3. I cut the other 3 up. Yeah, 3. I gotta cut the other 3 up. Into 5 foot 7 inches a piece. Yeah, there's 3 there. Yeah, the top one are 2 6-footers. Those are the I forgot right there. 11 foot 6 inches, I think. Yeah. I hope these will stay straight tonight. So I get ready to nail them together. I gotta cut these into 5 foot 7 inches. Yeah, 5 foot 7 inches each. And since they're curved on that end, I'll probably start here and work my way down. That'll be 2 boards out of each one, with some left over. Well, I squared up these ends here so I could cut 1 cut on the other side. I use my bigger square for this. I got them all lined up for 1 cut. I gotta draw that line again because I made some adjustments. I had these tied together so I can keep them together so they don't interfere with my sewing. I'll do a, whoops, I'll do a one cut, but I'm going to draw that line again with the square. Sure hope I measured right. Looks a lot longer than it is. I don't know why, but those look long. I hope I got enough for this side. Uh-oh. I done something wrong. That ain't good. I'm gonna remeasure now. Oh boy. I thought I measured right. I don't know what I measured the first time. It's supposed to have been 5 foot 9 inches? 5 foot 9 inches. Here's 5 foot 9 inches. So it's 11 inches too long here, and it's about, oh, what did they say? Yeah, it's about 6 inches too short here. Oh boy. Oh boy. At least I got them right on top, sides and the ends. I'll go ahead and cut these off the way you're supposed to be. Then I gotta somehow splice them together, if I can. I'll think of something. I already screwed up. That first measurement was way off. I don't know what I measured. I thought I measured 5 foot 9 inches, but I guess not. 3 in the back, the longer ones. Those are the right ones, because I cut some off to make them the right length. But these 3 in the front are still short, so I got to add something to that end on those 3. These ends are all flush here, so they're good. But I got to cut a piece to go in there, and then I got to splice those. Put a splice on the side to make them long enough. I could try to use those. Yeah. I'll need some other lumber to splice with it. Let's see. I had a couple pieces of good lumber left over from the concrete work. I think I can use those somehow. I cut that piece into 3 sections, 14 inch, because it was 42 divided by 3 is 14, so that's what I'm going to use. Cut 2 cuts. That's not perfect. It's hard to get this block in there. I got it spliced on this side. These nails go all the way through, about halfway there, but I'm going to turn it over and nail a couple that way, just to make sure. It's not as straight as it should be. That middle block was hard to hold still. Anyway, it's good enough for me. 2 more to go. The second one, I got 1 more to go. I need to cut a piece this long for the next one. Fix it best as I could. A stupid mistake. I didn't even know I can't remember what I was measuring. But I measured it wrong when I made the first cut of these 3 boards. Yeah. The boards that here, they were like 11 inches too long. So I don't know what caused me to do that. Anyway, that was left over when I cut that. This was 11 inches too long here, these 3. And these were like 6 or 7 inches too short. So I cut off what I had to on this one, made that one the right length, and that one and that one. And then I had this left over, that left over, that left over from these 3. And I cut another piece that I already had from the concrete work, cut them out into 3 pieces. And then I found this piece and this piece. I had to make this piece from one of these pieces that was left over from the concrete. I think this piece and this piece was left over when I cut the 12-foots down 3 inches. So everything's here, but it's already after 5. I'm hot and sweaty, and I don't feel like nailing anymore. The sun's coming in here, making it hot, and I'm hot and sweaty. So I'm just going to quit on this today. I left the pasture gate open at the top of the road, but that's okay. I got the bridge gate closed, so I'm good. I'm good. So I'll just leave this until tomorrow. All the cutting's done. I just got to lay it out and hammer it all together. We'll see. I'll take care of it tomorrow. It's just too hot. I decided to tie those up too. Just to keep them from warping, because they're still, when they're drying out, they tend to warp. This way I'll keep them together while they're drying. Tomorrow I'll put them, nail them together, but there's too much sun in here. And it's getting lower too. It's around 5:30, I'd say. Okay, I'm done for today. I didn't think it was going to get that hot today, but I soaked my shirt in sweat again. That's how hot it is. Yeah, just wait till tomorrow. At least I got everything cut. Even though I cut 3 of them wrong. Well, actually, yeah, cut 3 of them wrong. Blue skies. I think they're out of cat food already. Oh, they're not quite out yet. I'll give them some more anyway. Only 2 kittens showed up. Third one's over here. Ah, and the food's over here. Mama cat cooling off on the wet ground. There's one missing. Trackered one. I'm sure it's around here somewhere. Here's the one that was on the lawnmower. And there it is. Next to Mama cat. Let's go see where the cattle are. He got up, or it got up, he or she. I still don't know what they are. Looks like I made it just in time to see the sunset today. Yeah, there's still some clouds, but I came out just around 7:20, so another 5 minutes and it'd be gone. Cooled off a little bit. Look at all the jet trails. There's also another jet streaking through there. There's a weird looking clouds up there. I don't know if those are, I don't know if that's a remnant of a jet trail or what these are. It looks like that's a jet trail there. This kind of looks like one. That one. There's some smaller ones back in there. Yeah, sun's almost gone. Yeah. This is a new one. But it's gonna disappear. It's pretty far away. Cooled off. Not hot anymore. There's no mail today because I saw the mail carrier go by and he didn't stop. Yeah, the sun's gone now, but it's still shining some light up behind the clouds. Well, didn't get as much done today that I was planning on. I thought I'd get that thing done, but got a late start and took a long break early in the afternoon, and then I screwed up my cutting boards. Yeah, I measured wrong. I'm trying to think. I think I know what might have happened. I instead of measuring 5 foot 9 inches, I think I went somewhere around 6 foot 9 inches, something like that. Yeah, that's why I had like an extra foot, almost a foot. Well, I fixed it. So tomorrow I'll just start with nailing all those boards together over here behind the truck, underneath the carport, so I can, and then once it's built, then I'll take it out there and nail the sheets of metal to it. But okay, that's all for today. That's all. Oh, well, I think it might start coming out. I think it might come out again underneath, right at the very tops of the trees. Yeah, because I see a little gap there. It's getting brighter, right at the top of the trees. I'll wait a few minutes to see what happens. Well, he still had a horsefly on his back. So I guess that spray's not working as good as they say it would. Said it's supposed to repel the horseflies, but I still see him on his back there. Yeah, I see 2 of them on the side. I'll probably keep spraying them though for a few days. See what happens. The sky's clearer down here. Anyway, I gotta go back and see if I can catch the sunset before it goes down behind the trees. Yeah, I'll spray them again tomorrow maybe. I thought I saw it, but anyways, somewhere down there. I think it's already below the trees. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's all I can do today. I got something done. And do some more tomorrow. I'll catch you then.